Hey people, Infiltrated 3v3 faction war. This is Esteel Province and Ordo Malleus versus Eldar. For the blue Ordo Malleus team, Redacted is an Eversor assassin, a risk-reward melee brawler that explodes on death. Alongside, RoyalCabbage is a Daemonhunter, a melee spellcaster with strong support, control and disruption. And rounding off this team, MammothMKII as a brother captain, a very durable hero, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed with powerful support and disruption fighting in melee. Red Eldar is triple Warlock time. We've got Endor here with some Iandun, I believe. Kung Fu Panda with the Biltan. And Taneli rocking the Exodite's elite scheme. These guys are melee spellcasters that leap into combat, some powerful disruption and support. Are we going to get a 2v2 fight in the mid? Or maybe they're veering to the west here. We might get a 2v2 fight on the west early on. Don't often see this on Estia. The eastern players going to be left to their own devices. Destructor flies out. A decent hit. A little bit behind those stormtroopers. But the captain's going to just run over these guardians. Not a whole lot they can do about that. West side. Eversor taking some early hits. We've got Banshees only for Kung Fu Panda. Endor and Taneli with the double guardians. We've got double stormtroopers for Redacted. Double stormtroopers into strike squad for Cabbage. Ouch. Double destructor on those stormtroopers forces them off. Mammoth just into a single strike squad. Looks like Redacted is going straight into Purgation here since they don't have a strike squad up yet. They're probably going to drop gens after this fight. Probably on the east side since it's safer. Banshees in amongst the strike squad. Warlock is there as well. Strike squad putting up a good fight. Oh, look at the damage they're doing to those Banshees. Destructor flies in. They held up really well there against those Banshees, the strike squad. Double stormtroopers run off, but the Eldar just had a bit too much in the field here, I think, for the Ordo Malleus to hold them off. We do indeed see a Purgation squad on the way for Redacted. They're going to have those incinerators to mess with the Banshees day. Shuriken cannon on the way for Endor. Rangers already up for Taneli. Looks like Mammoth pushed through, got a decap, and then ran away. Did this get bashed a bit? No. Stormtroopers take the eastern contested power. Are they going to node it here? They do node it to frustrate these guardians. Got a couple of gens up as well from Mammoth. And on this side, triple gens up from Redacted. 430 to 500. Contested power turns red. That was the Rift Tear from the Daemonhunter from long range. Slowing down those guardians, setting up. In fact, did they grenade themselves there? I think they did. Warlock jumps on the Daemonhunter and runs away. Here are the Purgation. They suppress, but they can also snare non-suppressible targets with their Purged by Flame, which is quite handy. It also instantly happens, so if you're thinking maybe you don't have time to suppress something before it reaches you, you can pop that. Rangers knock him over. Eversor's very upset about this. Pops the Psychon, and he's going to kill one of them. Down goes that fella. Psychon gives him 30% more damage and 30% damage resist, but needs to spend health to activate it. I think he's going to kill another one. I think those two hits hit different models, but the pistol might be enough here. Yeah, pistol gets one. So the Eversor can do. Onslaught injectors on the way. Gives him some more mobility and stuff, I believe. We'll see. West side is red and very quiet at the moment. Tomes of Titan up. That's also going to give these guys more health and damage, as you can see, but also banishment and the energy drain thing. That's going to make it even more difficult for the Banshees to get in. Really mess with the heroes too. Here we see the Onslaught injectors. 0.75 speed and even more charge range. That takes him up to 15 charge range, I think. Because he starts off at 12, which is... Or maybe he starts at 15. I think 12 is maybe standard. Starts at 15 and that takes him to 18, maybe? Something like that. And he gets +1 melee skill per tier, which will help him proc special attacks and help him defend enemy special attacks. There's channeling runes, but that might be asking too much of those Banshees. There's double Purgation, Stormtroopers in there, the Eversor's in there. There's a Rift Tear from the Daemonhunter somewhere, not sure where he is. He can do that from such long range. And a flank from Mammoth. Those guys are actually lucky to get away. Shuriken getting forward there for Endor, but there are interceptors on the field, one for Mammoth and one for Cabbage. Here they are, teleporting infantry. eating a kinetic shot there from the Rangers. They have their Pathfinder gear, allows them to infiltrate allies. That was a banishment, and that was a grenade. Holy crap, messed up those interceptors quite badly. They're on the power now with double purgation and double stormtroopers is redacted. This should be a quick bash. Although they're not quite as devastating against generators as you might expect from these 3 massive flamers per squad, but as you can see, with 2 full squads and the stormtroopers, they're making very short work of that power. But one of them, I feel like one purgation squad bashes slower than tactical marines with a flamer. That's what it feels like. It might just be because I'm expecting more from all those flamers. There's that channeling again. Also has the merciless switchblade. I think in a previous cast I mused on whether he could, how amazing would it be if he could shoot his ranged weapon while he's channeling. I didn't think he could, but people in the comments said he can do it, so maybe we'll try and keep an eye on that. I feel like he did a shot there, but that was right when he stopped channeling. There's that Rift Tear again. Destructor does nothing to those stormtroopers. Now just jumps on them. Daemonhunter follows him back in there. Strike squad with their banishment. Suppressed though by the shuriken, and they take a ranger shot as well. Tier 2 for Kung Fu Panda. I guess they lost the Guardian squad along the way, which I missed somewhere. Which is strange for me, because normally I never miss anything. Interceptors getting in amongst the shuriken. Knocking it back. Oh, I didn't retreat. Might go down here. Can they teleport again? Is it a 55 energy jump or a 60? I think it might be 60. Rangers need to move. Grenade. Again, gets a model off the interceptors. But they're able to crash through 2v1 basically against Endor, although Kung Fu Panda did have the Guardians there. Interceptors of Mammoth getting onto the VP. Eldar pushing through the east side though. Warlock fighting their brother captain. With no war gear on either, I think. Oh, we have Psychic Lash. So speed reduced by 80%. And it gets 25 DPS for 6 seconds. Only piercing though. And he gets healed. Didn't they remove that heal? Oh, that might be the newest update, 252, which is now out at the time of recording this, but I'm still recording replays from the previous patch because I've got loads of them. 324 to 447. Good grenade. That no fuse grenade, so handy for stormtroopers if you're good with it. But the captain continues to chase. There's that energy drain, or energy burst, or whatever it's called. And a well-aimed banishment. Does it stop the banshees? Well, it makes them turn around. These ladies get their Exarch and they take down the brother captain right near the HQ there. Can they get a strike squad models? Not quite, but they did a bunch of damage and they're on the power now. This is Taneli on the power. Oh, interceptors with the furious intervention. That knockback teleport. So cool. Ouch. That was Retribution from the Daemonhunter's Force Rod. And that teleport again. Lots of disruption all of a sudden for RoyalCabbage's army. They got away okay though, I think. And that was a good push. Although, I don't think they bashed a gen there. They did kill the brother captain and they put some damage on some stuff. Meanwhile though, Redacted has a Rhino and bashed power. It's got the heavy bolter turret on the back of it. Vindicator Assassin is hanging out in some cover. A Falcon on the way for Endor. Comes out swinging in tier 2, does Redacted, gets that power bashed. Both these guys with their sergeants. They don't have their acolyte leaders yet though. Here's a Rhino for Mammoth. Redacted using the Rhino to get a power bash on the other side maybe. Might get knocked over by Rangers. Nope. Pumping out some good DPS there, the Rhino, when you've got the Storm Bolter and the Heavy Bolter turret firing on the same target. It is indeed a full power bash there by Redacted with some help from Mammoth. Here come Banshees. Are they going to go for the Rhino? No, they go for the Strike Squad. And they get energy drained and knocked over with a special. And here come the Interceptors. Channeling runes keeps them alive. Yep, he's definitely firing while he's channeling there. Definitely true. Mind Blades up on the Interceptors. Gives them, I think, a 25% Melee damage and some more melee skill, I think. Ouch. Maybe it's damage resistance against melee, actually, because that would be basically the same as use your choppers otherwise. Although the Daemonhunter has Psychic Assailment, which is, I believe, literally the exact same as Cracked Shot of the Warp Spider Exarch, 25% more damage and plus 7 range. Plus 25% range damage to be specific. Level 3 Daemonhunter killed the Warlock there, must have been satisfying. On the power though is the Eldar. What are you doing? Oh, are you doing Psychic Lash? Got some Fire Dragons. Well, they're not quite on the power. But the captain's got the Nemesis Demon Hammer now. No demons about, but hey, still smack stuff pretty good. Falcon. Confused about what way it should be facing. There we go. Shoot stuff. Can they get on the power here? Fire Dragons are good power bashers. Even look, and their Exarch can get a Flamer, which is handy. 324 to 329. Banishment flies out, but they can't stand there for long. Here comes Redacted. And here comes RoyalCabbage too. There's that Retribution again, silencing those units after it knocks them over. Pretty cool ability. War Shout on those Strike Squad fellas. Some specials. There's the Energy Burst. And they are persuaded to leave. I think they killed... Did they kill one of them? Yeah, they did kill one of the Strike Squad. Falcon does have some decent ranged weaponry out the gate to pressure the Rhinos. This guy doesn't have a weapon upgrade yet. It can get las cannons, these Rhinos. There's 3 of them on the field now. The Falcon maybe could have been a bit more aggressive and gone after the Rhinos there, but they have no idea what's going to come out of that HQ and if one of those guys is going to get a las cannon suddenly. 324 to 295. Lots of pew pew on these stormtroopers. Another Falcon here from Endor, and a Wraith Guard squad is up. That's cool. Grenades. Hey, they whacked one. Well done, fellas. Vindicator's getting shots. In fact, almost took out the Falcon with his turbo penetrator rounds on rear armor. That was so close. Couldn't quite stick around there to get another shot. There's that channeling again. 324 to 279. Banshee's trying to stab that brother captain. Oh, here's Tempest. The Armor of Damnation turns his Rift Tear into Tempest, which gets gradually more insane as he channels it. Slows you down, then it starts doing damage, and it starts, does it silence you or something, or drain your energy or something? There's a lot of cool stuff. We'll see how it does. 324 to 273. Eldar are bashing power. Fire Dragons putting pressure on the Rhino now. Looks like we do indeed have a las cannon Rhino for Mammoth. We still keep that pintle mounted bolter, of course. Storm bolter rather. That very brave Grey Knight is manning on the top. Full power bash maybe? Should be. Is that double interceptors? No, that's Strat Squad interceptors over there. Everything can reinforce off the Falcon and off the Rhinos, of course, for the respective teams. Here come the Wraith Guard. Oh, that second volley didn't quite hit. Needed to ground target there. They can't really hit moving targets very well because their weapons, those big Wraith Cannons, have a wind-up time on them. Interceptors teleporting in. The big weakness of Wraith Guard is melee, of course. Can they get a grenade on these guys? I feel like they're set up for a grenade, but it did not go in. How did they get suppressed, actually? I don't know. I didn't see any... There's no Dark Creepers here, is there? No. There's no Shuriken. Oh, maybe the Wraith Guard got a shot on them and suppressed them. Ouch. Kill zone time. The Eviscerator axe is in for the Eversor Assassin. Kill zone. I think it increases his melee damage inside the kill zone by 30%, or rather increases the melee damage they take maybe. Also slows them down and stuff. It's pretty good. Does it slow them down? I can't remember. It's badass. Power weapon. Gets a special there. I think it just lowers their melee damage or something maybe. Here's the Tempest. But the Wraith Guard wipe? No, they didn't wipe. They got inside the Falcon there. 289. to 264. The west side is red for the Eldar, and the VPs are very close. They fully bashed that side. It was thoroughly bashed. Redacted has dropped the Rhinos, now going for Vortimer Razorbacks. The Rhinos blew up over there, I guess, while I was watching this stuff. Falcon is chasing this one, and it doesn't have a las cannon. Oh, that's a Razorback, Damas. A Vortimer. Very confusing. Here is Mammoth's last remaining Rhino. Grenade. Grenades can mess up vehicles. Good for maybe finishing them off. I think that Warlock's done for. 260 to 264. Tier 3 all around. Double Vortimer for Redacted. We've seen this a lot from the Ordo Malleus. They seem to like to double up on those Vortimer Razorbacks. They can both get Hunter Killer missiles as well. This one's getting it. Gives them a bit more health. Gives them a really long range anti-vehicle option. Their side cannons they come mounted with are decent versus all targets. And they're very quick, these things. They can move. Daemonhunter's level 4 has the Tome of Tranquility, which you often see him get for the energy regen. Eldar trying to set up slightly on the west side. I was going to say this Falcon is in a bad place with its rear armor facing the mid for a flank. Red Guard going to get a volley, are they? There we go. Redacted. Going to lose the Vortimer if he's not careful. The Falcon might be able to just chase it here. I think it is. Down goes the Vortimer. Just took their eye off it for a second. Well, about 5 seconds. And that was enough. More than enough in Dawn of War 2 to get your stuff killed. There's that Tempest. Those guys fleeing. All those particle effects. Level 3 Eversor here. Trying to get the cap. Knocked off it though by Rangers. Still got one Vortimer. Here come some late game purgation for Cabbage. Mammoth with a Vortimer of their own. Fire Prism on the way for Kung Fu Panda. Endor's Falcon barely gets out, but does get out. Look at this Eldar stuff here. Decapping stuff. Surely Mammoth wants some Paladins, but looks like they're going for the Vortimer first. Paladins are just so good. Got the Captain levels to 4. Going for the Mantle of Terror. There it is. Giving the battle rights. It's health regen these days, the battle rights. This is a very brave strike squad. Charging a Falcon. I guess they didn't know the Banshees were in it. I'm not sure why they charged the Falcon anyway. Shoot these guys. At least the Rhinos. Oh, that's the Vortimer. Keep thinking it's a Rhino. They look identical. Just a slightly different weapon on the back. And I guess there's no Grey Knight popping up out the hatch there. So maybe pay more attention to that. Down goes the Falcon. Kung Fu Panda now has a Fire Prism though. 225 to 233. Ordo Malleus on the power here. Some energy drains I think going on. There's the Tempest. Does it damage vehicles? I don't think it does. But I guess it'll damage them a little bit, but it doesn't do like anti-vehicle damage or something. Definitely chucked it on there. Hurt the Wraith Guard. They do have their Wraith Bone. Purgation caught by the suppression of the Wraith Guard. 2 to uncap. The VPs are pretty much dead even. There's a webway now on the eastern edge. Look at that. Fire Prism for Taneli. The Warlock is down on their own. Sorry, on the enemy's natural VP. Uh-oh. Vortimer's getting chased by speedy fire dragons. There's a Falcon there too to pressure on the rear armor. I think he's going to get it. Oh, maybe not. That was a Hunter Killer from Redacted's Vortimer, and down goes the Falcon. That Hunter Killer is painful. Does, yeah, Mammoth has it too. Got some Stormtroopers out here late to help repair these vehicles. Wraith Guard just backing away. Rather retreating. Those guys are going to teleport. Don't think they needed to teleport right there. Really wanted to get on his range. Oh, they killed him. They bloody killed him. Maybe they wouldn't have if they didn't teleport. Guardians, I think he just hit the Psychic Lash there. Maybe it doesn't. Does it not affect retreating units? Maybe not. 225 to 193. Is that the battle rights working now? Is that what that effect is? I don't see anyone getting the healing hexagons. Eversor Assassin's found some stuff to kill. He's got the friends on too. More health regen, more energy. And he gets suppression immunity and knockback immunity and damage resistance. But he loses health and energy per second for the friends on. 225 to 190 on the VP. Strike Squad have done really well here. Level 3, chopping up some of those Rangers. No, just some Guardians. Who's that down over there? It's a twitching Warlock of Endor. Maybe they got Kung Fu Panda revived? Uh-oh. I think those Stormtroopers just wiped for Redacted, and down goes the Vortimer. Fire Dragons took it down so fast. This thing is being repaired, and the Strike Squad able to get on the Fire Dragons. Can they wipe them out? Got pretty damn close to taking them out there. The Vortimer was giving chase too. There's still a Rhino on the field, but I think it's being repaired, is it? Nope, it's just hanging out. Just hanging out. Banshees get the other Vortimer. All the Vortimers have fallen. Redacted has tons of resources, and they're going for Stormtroopers here. Why are you getting Stormtroopers at this point? You got nothing to repair. Very odd. They had a bad little passage of play there, the Ordo Malleus. They still have decent armies though. Here comes the Eversor Assassin. Daemonhunter runs away, level 6 now. Eversor is level 4. That is the kill zone. Are they in it? I guess if they have the red debuff circle, they're in it. I wish I could remember exactly what it did. I think it's a 30% damage boost. That's for sure. Are they going to get the kill here? Not quite. There's that explosion on death. Well, they killed themselves, which is half of the course for an Eversor Assassin, I think. Vindicator's moved up really far and helps get the Fire Prism finished off by the Psycannon Interceptors there. 225 to 170. Eventually it blows up. Oh, there's Conversion Beamer as well. It's a Land Raider Crusader on the way for Redacted, so maybe that's why they got the Stormtroopers, because they knew a Crusader was going to follow. That'll help keep it supported. 1-to-1 cap. Rangers going for a decat. Under fire. They can do it sneakily though. Just that initial, when they start capping, they reveal themselves. But they get the decat. And another power bash for Taneli. They really have put good pressure on this side. Fire Prism is really far forward here. And that's the Rhino. So no anti-vehicle capabilities on this fella. Still using the dispersed shot. Should be using a more focused beam on a large target like that, but I guess they want to keep it on for infantry to show up. Tempest, a dead Eversor Assassin again. A downed Fire Prism. This Vindicator is doing some good work. Single cap for the Eldar. Interceptors and Strike Squad in amongst this Eandan Eldar stuff. Here comes a Seer Council though, and they will mop this stuff up. Interceptors can't fight these guys. It's a squad of Warlocks with power melee Witchblades, and they will tear through them. The Warlock of Kung Fu Panda hits level 4, and then runs, and then dies. An eventful couple of seconds for him. Land Raider Crusader is on the west side, allows it to reinforce infantry, gives them some health and energy regen, but you can't retreat back to it like you can with the Redeemer. It's not quite the support juggernaut that the Land Raider Redeemer is, but it's pretty damn good. Being able to reinforce in the field with something so big and tough is pretty useful, although this is Eldar, so they can Eldritch the crap out of it, maybe. The Seer Council is still going. Run away. There we go. 500 hit points per model. They can get up to, I think it's 3,700 hit points if they get to level 4. Here's some Paladins for Mammoth. Called in. Unique to the Brother Captain. They have recovered here, the Ordo Malleus players. Eversor gets a revive and says, "My thanks." He should just be screaming at you. But doesn't have his own voiceover, unfortunately. There's that Crusader with those Hurricane Bolters. Got a Multi-Melter on top as well, and that Twin Linked Assault Cannon. Pumps out some good damage. There's the Tempest, making the Banshees turn around. Warlock gets the cat. Well done, you. That was the Retribution. And pops Providence. Those guys ran away. I hear an Eldritch. There it is. And another one. Do they have something to follow it up with, though? Well, Wraithguard are coming in. There's another Eldritch. Didn't seem to do much damage this time. Sometimes the Eldritches seem to do tons of it. I think that's something they tried to fix. But sometimes the Eldritch would like almost one-shot a Land Raider, which was pretty crazy. And the Wraithguard finish it off here. Looks like the Land Raider is happy just to sit there and shoot stuff. It can't suppress the Wraithguard though. Neither can those Purgation. But there's an Orbital, and that's enough to wreck this stuff. It killed one of the Guardians, I think. And really did a number on those Wraithguard. I thought they'd get away a bit cleaner than that. Almost took them out. I wonder if the Seer Council range damage reduction aura saved them there. 140 to 170. Eldar with a slight VP lead. Got their natural decap though. Paladins are going mental on the side. Those heavy melee Nemesis Demon Hammers they have. Fire Dragons dare to stand in front of them and shoot those stuff. Banshees want to fight them. I mean, they are power melee. They are level 2. There's the Onslaught. They should do decent damage to them, but are they going to get a model before they flee? No. Oh, and there's Mind Blades on them too. From above the captain. Mind Blades really wreck those Banshees. They've thought about the decap. But here comes a Seer Council. And they're just Banshees, but scarier. So they teleported out. West side turns blue. The Crusader gets some repairs. There's a Tempest again. And the Eversor kills a Warlock. He does his job and kills a thing. Do have the Conversion Beamer here, so the Fire Prism needs to be very careful. No D-Cannons. Terminator Librarian for Redacted. Helps support his double Purgation with that Sanctuary in case something tries to get close, like the Seer Council, for example. And we got some Granite Terminators there from RoyalCabbage, kicking off on the blue team's natural. Seer Council going after the Paladins, really did a lot of damage, but couldn't quite get a model. Here comes an Autarch dropping in. Gonna go for a decap, it's not gonna work out. Yeah, you need to run. I assume the Autarch's damage reduction aura stacks with the Seer Council, but I don't know that for sure. I sure would hope it did. Wraithguard with Distort Field on them from the Warlock's Global Bar, trying to get a decap. And they did. Good job, fellas, when they need to run. The Spirit Seer Warlock died, which stuns them momentarily. Some D-Cannons over here would be pretty good, although it doesn't help you getting pushed by Terminators and stuff. Have the Ordo Malleus reached their critical mass on this west side? Is this just too much to push against now? With an Eldritch, maybe? Mammoth asking for help. Oh, some trouble on this VP still. I mean, you don't need to push the west side. There's Mind Blades on the Strike Squad. I wish I bloody knew exactly what it did now. Been changed a few times over the years. Seer Council do get away. Man, the Strike Squad with Mind Blades really messed them up, eh? Here comes a Warlock. Level 5. Not sure what they're doing now. They seem to be standing there for a while. Kills one. Another one dies. I think that was the Fire Prism though. Here come level 4 Interceptors. Just runs after them. Drains their energy. They got their VP back. And here comes support from RoyalCabbage. Maybe that's enough to get a little push on the west side going. Really well played by Taneli. All that pressure they put on the VP, but now they need to back away. Interceptors teleporting slightly behind the Fire Prism. They got some rear armor hits. Another teleporting Interceptor squad. And those side cannons are destroying it. Look at that. Down goes the fire prism. I don't think they can get more fire prisms. They're too fragile. Those interceptors just wreck them. 138 to 101 is kicking off on the west side. They've got the decap. Warlock doing what they can. Popping the Providence. There's the Ethereal Slash too. Oh, down goes the Vindicator. Taken out by a Ranger. Good shot, fellow. And the Wraith Guard, I think, got away yet. I don't think you have enough Providence left to cap here, buddy. Yeah, you need to run. Well played, though, Endor. Killed the Vindicator, got the decap. Wasn't easy. Here's another Vindicator Assassin from RoyalCabbage this time. They got a decap on the Eldar's Natural. The brother captain barely gets away. Now they're giving chase to the Paladins, are they? No, they don't. I thought they were going to chase them. There's an Orbital. Gets one of the Seer Council, and those guys are just retreated right into it. It should be okay. They should be leveled up, yeah. Level 3, and they're retreating as well. But it's going to take some models off them, that's for sure. And the Seer Council got messed up. Down to a single model, in fact. They got their VP back. But are they able to make any inroads? Maybe it's worth doubling the mid. Web whacked, says Redacted. Oh, here's one. They're probably talking about this. More interceptors for RoyalCabbage, and why not? They're doing really well late game here. A Vortimer for MammothMKII. MammothMKII, I should say. Eversor Assassin has gone for the Neuro Gauntlet now. Tearing through the Wraith Guard with Psychon. Retribution still active on these guys. But I think this the Eversor is going to go down and explode. There we go. And the Daemonhunter wants some. Seer Council keeping him chain knockbacked here. Good timing on the overcharged plasma. And they might have saved that Daemonhunter there. Give those guys a promotion. Oh, that was a Warlock also jumping on him. Mind Blades again, I believe, on that strike squad. Being suppressed though. 138 to 30. Eldar might be over for them. 2 to 1 against them. Their armies look a little bit beat up. And the Ordo Malleus armies look big and scary. They recovered well from those Vortimer losses. Eldar couldn't really push on after that. Lack of D-cannons on that side. Maybe some more Wraith Guard would have been okay too, although they had interceptors and stuff. I mean, it's tough. It's tough when there's so much stuff. Here we see the Psychic Lash on the Warlock. He's going to die. Get a sink kill there for the brother captain. It seemed like a headbutt or like a shoulder barge at the start there, and then he smacks him with his hammer. So it's a 1-to-1. They're using that webway to get decaps. Ranger's being all sneaky. Oh, Vortimer was close enough to see him. Now seeing some Guardians too. Warlock revives Warlock. 2-to-1 though for Ordo Malleus. Here comes the Eversor. Sprinting around with his onslaught injectors. Providence, I think he's going for the VP with Providence up, but it's GG. Wraith Guard, oh, Wraith Guard get a decap. 1-to-1 and it's decapped. Don't think they can cap it though. Oh, there's a Sanctuary to get them off it. And they can't. Yeah, they can't stay there. It's a single for the Eldar now, which is amazing. I mean, they have not given up here. They've got a lot of resources too. They were just getting Requisition bled a lot in every fight, which makes it really tough to keep units coming out, you know. There's an Eldritch. Some good hits. It's not going to be enough. Did it actually kill anything? I don't think it killed anything. I don't think it killed anything. It did get nerfed in 295, I believe. As I said earlier, it was a bit crazy on the vehicles. Falchu's Wing here for Taneli. Providence and Ethereal Slash going on. More of that. They are fighting. There's the double, 2-1, sorry, again, though. Now it's GG. But they gave it a hell of a go at the end there, the Eldar. And there you have it. A victory for the Ordo Malleus, a level 5 Eversor Assassin. A level 10 Daemonhunter. Some good stuff. Level 10 Brother Captain as well. And the Warlocks are level 4, level 5, and level 4. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Big thanks to these players for taking part in the faction war, and of course, Impregnable for hosting this event. I will see you next time.